Good morning, Secondary 1 students. This is Mr. Samir speaking. I am the ICT manager for Hillgrove Secondary School. And today we'll be going through the Computer Mastery Program modules. Now, for the first module for the secondary ones, this is basically the orientation of the school's ICT infrastructure. Right? So we're going to be going through a few systems, mainly our logging into Windows, making sure that our accounts are set up. And then later on, we'll be going through other access or other accounts as well. All right, students, now before we begin, we want to start up our systems. As you can see on your tables right now, you will see a laptop. I want you to open the lid of the laptop, and you should see on the top right corner, press on the power button now. Now, as you press on the power button, you will see that the system will start up and will give you a login screen such as this. Right? Some of you will see it differently. You might see it with a background. Not to worry. Leave it as it is. The next thing that I want you to do now is to hit on Control, Alternate, and Delete on your keyboard. Right? So when you click on Control, Alternate, Delete, you will see a prompt for your username and password. Now, by default, as you can see on the screen, I shall flash it down the screen, your username is your NRIC number, and your password is shown on the screen right now. It starts with the letter X, sorry. The password shown on the screen is capital H, small GSS, and the last 4 characters behind is represented by the year that you are in. So if you're entering in the year 2023, it would be capital H, small GSS 2023. If you're entering in the year 2024, it would say capital H, small GSS 2024. So enter in the correct password with the correct year now. Now, if you've entered everything correctly, they would say that you are required to change your password. Since everyone is using the same password, it is advisable for all of you to change your password. Now, there are certain criteria when it comes to selecting your own password. Number 1, you need to ensure that your password is from 8 to 12 characters long. Number 2, you should have a capital letter. Number 3, you must have a number in your password, right? And number 4, ensure that you do not reuse old passwords or do not put in your name or your NRIC as your password as well, right? I've placed some ideas or I've placed some template passwords for you on the screen. Make it as random, but make sure that you remember this password. Now, why is it important for you to remember this new password? Is because this account is also called your MIMS account. All right. So for the MIMS account, it is connected to your SLS. It is connected to your school Wi-Fi. It is also connected to your student icon. This password will be the new password for all these accounts. So make sure you remember your password. If you get locked out from one account, you get locked out from all the accounts, right? So remember, school laptop, school personal Wi-Fi, all right, there's the Wi-Fi to connect to your mobile devices, student icon, and student learning space. These passwords are the same, all right, as they are known as your MIMS password. So make sure you enter it in now. Okay, we'll pause here, make sure that all of you get the correct we'll make sure that all of you set your passwords. Once you have settled your passwords, you press enter. They should make sure that everything is correct. Once everything is correct and you've entered in your password, you should be able to see your name on the screen. When you see your name on the screen, the profile is loading for the first time. Right? So give it a while, right, until you see all the accounts being loaded on the screen, right? You will also see some information that will pop out. Okay, you can skip those. Don't worry about that. Those are known as the message of the day. The important thing is that you're able to see your desktop and all the icons and drives on the desktop.
Okay, now for those of you who are not able to log in, all right, you have problems logging in, please raise your hand so that the teacher or the DE, the school desktop engineers that are around, they can go to your area and they can assist you with also helping out to log into the system. All right, teachers and DEs, please do take note. If in any case a student is not able to log in, take note of the student's name and the student's class so that we can we can check on this system later on. All right, students, now if you've placed in your projects drive, okay, which is the one that says the words project, and also the workspace. Now, if you double click on the projects, okay, you would see a list of files and folders. Sorry, you will see a list of folders with the teacher's name. Now, these are all the teaching staff, right, and all the staff of Hillgrove Secondary School. So if, let's say, for instance, you head over to my name, okay, Mr. Samer, Samer. If you can find my name and you double click on it, you will see that there's a little test file down there. Now, all you need to do is just right click on the test file, okay, and press copy. Okay, copy that file. All right, now once you're done with that, let's close the projects area. Okay, now let's open up my workspace or workspace, right? Open up that particular shortcut drive. And what you need to do next is you just right click and paste the file here. Paste the file in any open area in your workspace. Now, what does this do? What this does is that your workspace is actually the place where you save all your data. All right, so for instance, if you have any works that you're doing, the teacher is asking you to do some work online, or say they are doing some work in the computer lab and they require you to save your work, you can save it in the workspace. So if I close the folder right now, if I close this whole thing, right, and let's say I just open up the Explorer on the bottom on the screen, okay, now you'll see that there's a lot of, on the side panel under this PC, you'll see that there's a lot of drives available. But the one that you need to take note of is two. Okay, one is called the H drive, okay, and one is called the projects drive or the P drive. So for the P drive, the projects file, this is where your teachers usually send you your work. All right, they can use this platform. And on the H drive, you can see your NRIC number. So this is where if you open it up, this is all your space that you can use. Now the space is not that large, so don't put very big files inside here. Usually Word documents, PowerPoint files, and Excel files, all right? These files can run smoothly by running it directly from your workspace. And if you log out from the computer and you go to another laptop and you log in the school vicinity, all right, and you log in, all the files will be the same, all right? All the files will still be located in your H drive, all right? So if you save your files in your H drive, you can access it from any other laptops in the school compound using your NRIC number as well as your new password, all right? I hope this clears everything up.
Okay, students, for the next part of this program, we are going to be focusing on signing in to your student icon. Now, the first thing you need to do is go and launch Google Chrome or any other web browser that is on your desktop, on your mobile device, or on your iPads as well. Okay, just launch Google, right? As you can see on my screen right now, you just just need to go to www.google.com. Once you've typed that in and you're met with this page, head over to the top right corner and click on sign in. Google will prompt you and ask you to sign into your student icon email address. So Your student icon email address should be your full name at students.edu.sg. I repeat, it should be your full name at students.edu.sg. This is the same email address that you have used in your primary school, so it is the same one that you should use again in your secondary school as well. Type in your full name again at students.edu.sg. All right, and then once you're ready, click on next. Now, if you typed in correctly, you should be prompted to put in your password. Now, please take note that the password that you need to use right now is your changed MIMS account password. Right? This is the same password that you just typed in to gain access to the computer or to the laptop. Right? So the MIMS account password is your new password for your student icon. So enter your new password now. Okay? Once you've entered in your new password, click on next. Right? If you've done any 2FA verification, you'll need to grab your phone, all right, or check your device. If not, you usually see a different page. Okay. Now, if you've signed in correctly, you would look on the top right corner, right, and you should be able to see your Google account info, right? You can click on the Google apps to see all the available apps for you. What's more important is that you can now click the Gmail icon, right, to go into your Gmail drive. Okay, students, now what we're going to do is we're going to launch our school official website. Head over to your browser, okay, and on the URL, type in www.hillgrovesecond.moe.edu.sg. I repeat, www.hillgrovesec.moe.edu.sg. Now, once you're done, all right, press enter on your keyboard and you will be brought to the main Hillgrove website. Right now, this is the official school website. All matters and details are here, right? And we'll be going through the navigation of the website. All right. Now, the first thing that most of you should be able to know or should be able to navigate to is the student admin, as the student admin is a very important page for all students. All right. Now, what you can see on my cursor under student admin, all right, if I mouse over, I can see a lot of different options that are relevant to all of you. All right, so the first one we're going to tackle is actually the student matters. So when I click on student matters, all right, it will bring me to a page where you can see all the different categories that are important or relevant to all of you. Okay, you can also click our school timetable. As time goes by, the school timetable will be updated to the latest ones. All right, so you can download a copy of your school timetable here. All right, this is the student matters page. I'm going to close it now. Back to our student admin. The next tab that all of you should take note is the exam matters. Now, in this tab is where we will have all the things that are relevant for examinations in Hillgrove Secondary School. We have the exam timetables. When you click on this, it will show you upcoming exams or past exams or so that have been concluded. The timetable, all right, for the upcoming exams are here. I'm going to close that now. The exam matters are done. Okay. One other thing that you'll need to know, our school will usually have home-based learning. That is when a day is taken off in the week where you'll be at home studying. So in the school website, when you go to the school website, you head over to the home-based learning tab. So when you click on this, you'll be brought to a website. All right. And this website is for Hillgrove Secondary School students. Whenever there's an update to the home-based learning day, right? Home-based learning day itself. Okay, the schedule will be updated. Okay, as well as what are the instructions for the classes on that day. Okay, it is located under Student Admin, Home-Based Learning. Now, the next one you need to take note of is under Student Admin. You'll be clicking on what we call the Nest portal. Right, so what is the Nest portal all about? Let me click on it. Now, the Nest portal, right, is exclusive to Hillgrove Secondary School students and staff. The only way to access the Nest portal is for you to be logged in using your student icon. So initially, we had already logged in using student icon. So when you logged in and you access the Nest portal, it will open up to only the students of Hillgrove. All right, it will not open up to members of public. So this website can only be accessed through a student icon email address. So once you've already logged in and you access this page from the school website, this is the Nest portal that it will bring you. All right. Now, you can click on asking what is Nest all about. Okay. So this is what it stands for. All right. The following itself. It's a one-stop portal for all students and staff and teachers to go in to do self-directed learning on the available technologies that are in the portal itself. Now, this will talk a lot about things like you can see on the left side, you'll talk a lot about the student accounts, which are all the accounts that the students are given, right, or they have acquired, right? We'll talk about certain prerequisites about daily e-routines. This is when you're being issued or you're given your PLD devices, as well as DMA policies and AUPs, right? We also have matters pertaining to our PLD, which is our personal learning device. In Hillgrove Secondary School, we are using the iPads, right? So we'll be using this. We'll be going through this site for all of you to know things like what are the vendor details, what is the insurance and warranties, what are the standard operating procedures, what are the school supports and the FAQs. We've also have a dedicated page for cyber wellness where we have cyber cool modules that you can go through, right? And good cyber wellness articles that are in the news, and and you can click here for our cyber wellness helpline as well. Right? We also do have software guides where you can click on them. Right? For instance, you click on some of the Apple apps, right? And they will guide you on using certain files, all right? Certain files and certain tools that are on your iPad, right? You can also click on Microsoft Office. It'll show you guide to guide on how to use Microsoft Office on your iPad. Right? So this is the Nest portal, right? The Nest portal is located, if I close this, the Nest portal is located at the student admin, and you can click on the Nest portal. Another part of the student admin that you must take note of is the reset student account. When you click on this, all right, you'll be brought to a form where it will ask you to indicate what account that you're currently being locked out of, or maybe you've forgotten the password. You can select. Right now we have the MIMS account or the student Apple ID account. So when you click and select the MIMS account, right, these are the options. These are the addresses that affect your MIMS account. Right. So once you reset, you fill in the details and you send on reset, the school DE or myself, we will be able to retrieve your details and we will update this password section over here, which you can check out later. Usually, we will try to reset your password within 24 hours or 1 to 3 working days. All right. So make sure to check the Hillgrove password status, this link, right, to see whether your password has already been reset. Okay, so to access the accounts or resetting of accounts, do click on student admin and select the reset student account. Okay, students, the next part of the program that we'll be going through is actually logging in and accessing your student learning space. So for student learning space, or what is more familiar to you as SLS, from the school website, where do you need to go? You'll simply click on, just mouse over, right? Partnerships, and then you scroll down, you'll see links. So click on that. Right? Now, in the page for links, if you scroll down, you will see this quick links segment. In the quick links segment, for students over here, as you can see, it's right over here. There's also a link to go directly to the student learning space. So you click on this, right, and it will bring you to the student learning space info site. As of the beginning of December 2022, you simply click on the Login to SLS tab that is on the top right corner. Now, there are two options that are given to you. One is to log in with your SLS, and another is to log in with your MIMS. So, if you still recall your SLS user ID and password, you can click on this icon and still log in with that account. But as of this year, Hillgrove Secondary School would like to push for all of you to log in using your MIMS. And since you've already logged in into your MIMS, it shouldn't be a problem. All right, so let's click on this. Right, now for logging in to MIMS, you'll be brought to this portal. Remember to put in your MIMS account, which is your full name, at students.edu.sg. All right, put in your full name here. Your password should be your student icon password, which is similar to your Windows login password. This is known as the MIMS password. So enter in your new MIMS password here. Right, and then once you're ready, click on sign in. All right, if you've done so correctly, everything's correct, you should be brought to your student learning space portal. This is how we will log in to your SLS, or your student learning space. All right, if you like to log out from your student learning space, head over to the top right corner where you see the three dots, the three vertical dots, scroll down and click on Logout. And that is how we access our student learning space. Now, students, we are coming to the last part of our program. In this segment, we will be talking about the National Digital Literacy Program, NDLP for short. Now, in every secondary school, now students, we are coming to the last part of the program, and in this part of the program, we'll be talking about the National Digital Literacy Program, which is applicable to all students in secondary school. Now, for this program, in short, we call it NDLP. We'll be talking about what is the personal learning device that we'll be using in Hillgrove Secondary School. So from the school website, if you go to Hillgrove Experience, you will scroll down and you will see the National Digital Literacy Program tab. Right, click on it to launch the NDLP page. Now, the NDLP page, right, will give all students and parents information about school's choice for the National Digital Literacy Program, as well as the personal learning device. All right, and I think most of you already know by now that the learning device that the school will be using is the Apple iPad. Now, the school will be using the Apple iPad, and in due time, you will be given a choice to actually purchase your Apple iPad with the school bundle, right? The Hillgrove Secondary School provides this bundle of PLD selection, that is the Apple iPad, currently 9th generation, but as time goes by, we'll be updating this page if, let's say, we were to jump up and move to the next gen, right? But right now, this is what we're offering: the Apple iPad 9th generation at 64 GB, the Apple Pencil, first generation, the Logitech keyboard case, and all these devices come with a 3-year warranty. Now, more information will be given to your parents about this very soon, right? But in a case, if your parents would like a head start and would like to know about what is the NDLP program for the school, you can get your parents, okay, to go to the school website, and under Hillgrove Experience, click on the National Digital Literacy Program. So with that, I've come to the end of the Computer Mastery Program. Thank you for listening. If you have any further questions, you may alert your teachers or desktop engineers or the desktop engineers that are there in the lab. If you are stuck in any of the sections, please check in with them, right, so that they can assist you. If not, this is Mr. Samir, the ICT manager for Hillgrove Secondary School. Thank you, and have a good day of learning ahead.